Take it away, Tobie.
Welcome, everyone, to the People's Music Network online song and poetry swap. And you should be seeing a lot of wonderful faces here. Some people you may know, some people you may not know. And we just like them each to maybe say a word, right, just unmute yourself if you can, and just say hello and maybe where you're from. So, Steve, can you unmute yourself? And then Storm will be next. No, and not Pinetree will be next, actually, if I could get Pinetree. Is she ready? Hi, Steve. Steve's saying hello. How about Pat? Can you tell us, just say, where are you? How hard it is. This is, we get to practice unmuting. This is like the hardest thing to do, right? This is like what we've all been practicing all our lives, is to unmute ourselves.
You might have to also press the unmute until I get that setting fixed.
So go ahead, Pat.
Well, I just wish that that everybody everywhere would have so much trouble unmuting themselves. Maybe we would be listening a little more and talking a little less.
Yeah.
But hi, everybody. I am sitting here in Hyde Park, New York, and it's nice to see everybody.
All right. Joni, I guess I'll ask you.
Yeah. Hi, I am Joni Calum. I'm in Columbus, Ohio, and my dinner just arrived. Thank you.
We're all on the
Really
same
good.
page.
I would love to invite you all to join us.
Benjamin.
Hello.
Where are you, Benjamin?
I'm in Beacon, New York.
Wonderful. Oh, wonderful. Yeah.
And I have not done one of these with people's music until now, so I'm very happy to be here and glad to see all of you.
Welcome. It's a great crowd to be in. I just asked somebody to unmute. Joia?
That was me. Hi, I'm Joia Mukherjee. I'm calling in from Brookline, Massachusetts.
Great. So for those people who are starting to join us on Facebook, you are in for a real treat because today's theme is songs of freedom and struggle. So you're going to hear a real great variety. And if you want to know more about us, you can always go to peoplesmusic.org. And you too can sing on a song swap. It's really first come, first serve. You get to register and join us with a song. So how about Cleo?
Hi, I'm in New York City. That's where I am.
Great. Lydia, where are you from? Where are you?
Hi, are you talking to me, Tobie?
I am talking to you, Lydia.
Hey,
where are you?
How are you?
I'm good. Tell us where you are.
I live in Beacon, New York.
Another Beaconite. That's great. How about David?
Hello. Hi, I'm David. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
And I live in Denver, Colorado. And this is
Whoa.
my first People's Music Network song swap.
2 newbies. That's wonderful. Who hasn't gone? Joel. Hello, Joel.
Hi there. I'm trying to get this microphone to be recognized here. Otherwise, my sound might suffer a little bit.
We're good.
Microphone, you can do it.
Welcome from New York. Louise.
Hi, Louise Hetzler from Westboro, Massachusetts. Glad to be here.
And how about Stormy? Ready? Up. Oh. I see Storm is trying to tell us something and we're having a hard. There we go.
Yeah, the host had to unmute me. I couldn't unmute myself.
Okay. Sometimes
I am from Greenfield, Massachusetts.
Terrific. Joe, I'm going to ask you to unmute. Can you unmute yourself?
Well, I couldn't unmute myself, that's for sure.
Where are you coming from?
I'm from Cape Coral, Florida, originally from Brooklyn. Former member of Fast Folk and the Coop in Greenwich Village, as is Lydia out of Davis as well.
Terrific.
So, nice.
I'm going to move on to Juliana.
I guess I'm good, right?
Yeah, you're good. You can.
Hi, well, I'm Juliana, and this is Sophie, my daughter Sophie, and we are here in Mount Rainier, Maryland.
Maryland,
to
yeah,
DC.
fantastic. I'm probably have missed a few people, but we'll get to see you because I think we're going to be going. The curtain's going to be opening soon enough, and
Huzzah! The curtain has opened. We're gonna try to reproduce what we can't do in person that well. But I want to thank Tobie for starting us off with those wonderful introductions. Tobie is the president of the People's Music Network Steering Committee. My name is Ben Grosscup. I'm the executive director. And I just wanted to welcome everybody to People's Music Network for Songs of Freedom and Struggle. Since March, we have been establishing this kind of like regular music scene online that features PMN members who are using their music to push forward a conversation about social justice and the urgent need for change in our society. PMN sustains and grows a diverse community of performing artists, activists, and allies who use music, poetry, and other forms of art as catalysts for a just and peaceful world. So we're doing this every week, basically, getting together on Zoom. We've got different kinds of programs, different formats. A lot of them are highly participatory. And I'm just going to quickly share my screen, actually, so that you can get a sense of some of what is actually coming up. This is the People's Music Network website. And just as I zoom in a little bit, events is right here. And if you click online events, which you can also see on the front page of the website here, but I like looking at the online events this way because this is where it shows all the pictures in a little more detail. So this is the one that we're in right now, PMN Online Song and Poetry Swap. That's what we're in the midst of. But pretty soon, just on Thursday of next week, August 6th, we have an amazing program coming together for Hiroshima Day. A number of wonderful, well-known featured performers for that particular event. It's a very sad event, really. The human rights, the crime against humanity that the United States perpetrated against the Japanese people in 1945 on August 6th and August 9th. So we gathered to commemorate that and to say no more, never again to nuclear weapons. We need a nuclear abolition now. Then I just posted this. This is recently posted. This is a Songs and Freedom and Struggle online swap. We encourage members to get involved to join that on the 13th of August. We're going to change the time a little bit. We're going to try. We're doing it 7:30 Eastern time today. We're going to try seeing what it's like to do one of these swaps a little earlier in the day and see if that changes. Who's able to show up. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the new time works out for people. Grain of Salt, this is a really cool workshopping songs in progress with a political edge. We have two really skilled facilitators, Pat Lamana and Charlie King, who are going to be talking about how to they are facilitating a participatory process of peer feedback where nobody's really the expert on what makes a good song, but that's an opportunity for people to actually talk a little bit about how we can improve songwriting. And this is especially for songwriters who have works in progress that they'd like to get some feedback on because they'd like to improve their craft. We have really exciting August 23rd, a transatlantic song swap. That's going to be with people in both the UK and in the United States. And that we had the first part of that a little earlier this month, and it went really, really well. So that's kind of what we have coming up right now. I want to just quickly mention a few things for the performers tonight to keep in mind. Share the event on Facebook. So I just, if you're tuned in on Facebook already, you could just press share right on that live stream. But if you're one of the performers, I put it into the Zoom chat a little bit ago. It actually has the link to the unique live stream link, and then you can invite people to tune in if they'd be interested in hearing some music tonight. Lyrics. If you want the lyrics of your song to be displayed on the screen while you perform, all I need you to do is let me know that. We got a share. We don't want to let anybody else share right now, so not doing the share screen. But I will share the screen for you if you already submitted your lyrics. So what that means is that the size on the screen of your lyrics gets really big and the size of you gets really small. And that's nice if you want everybody to actually see the lyrics. Maybe that's important, but it's kind of an artistic choice that you make. But technically, you need me to share the screen in order for that to be possible. And I'd be happy to do that. Just remind me at the beginning of your performance that you'd like to have your lyrics shared on the screen. Quick reminder, it's 5 minutes for the performance tonight. And there's two different ways that we're encouraging people to encourage one another. So the first one is, I'm going to ask not the first performer, but the second performer to make a comment of encouragement to the person who just performed. So we want those comments to be positive. We want them to be kind of focused on like how you experienced the song. Unlike the grain of salt thing, this is not really peer critique. This is like encouraging one another. And it'd be good. It's positive, personal, and brief. Those are all important. And it's just a nice way to get a little interchange here because, you know, this isn't just like, I don't know, putting up a playlist. We could all put in an MP3, right? And then we could just listen to a playlist of all those MP3s. But this is really about the People's Music Network is about relationship building among the artists. So we're trying to create an opportunity for that to happen, but also an opportunity for those songs to be heard. So the other way you can encourage each other is using the chat box, either in Facebook comments or in Zoom. You can say something that is heartfelt, that is true, and if it's specific, that's even better. So you don't just have to comment on songs that are immediately before your performance. You can comment throughout the entire evening tonight. And we really like to have that because, you know, PMN is about singing to people who are listening. It's not about singing into the void, which sometimes is a cultural issue we need to work on as a culture, highlighting and uplifting the role that music plays in political consciousness and in community building. So with that, I'd like to invite our very first performer to step up to the mic. His name is Joel Landy. And Joel, you said you had a little microphone issue. Let's have you unmute yourself and let's hear you a little bit. And I'll just acknowledge right now, some people are having problems unmuting themselves. There was a mistake on my end that I have not fully figured out how to fix, which is that I made it so that participants couldn't unmute themselves somehow, and I'm trying to fix that.
Well,
but when I invite you specifically to unmute yourself, then you can do it. So we hear you now, Joel. How's it going?
It's going fine. I'm one of the lucky ones. Now, I did a little math before. I figured out that there are 720 minutes in a day, right? Which means there are 43,200 seconds in a day. And I heard on the radio yesterday that American dies from COVID-19 every 70 seconds. Except yesterday there were 1,400 cases, which made it 30.42 seconds that we're losing people. I'm a teacher, and the schools open up in a little bit over a month. I'm lucky in that I'm going to be 65, so I can choose to teach from home, but my daughter doesn't have a choice like that. Yep. So it's concerning me. Now, could you put my words on the screen? This is the first time I'm going to be doing that. And there's going to be a changed lyric or two because the song is still forming. Thank you, Mark Levy. Should I just start singing? You'll get it. Let's
You can do one thing for me, Joel. Go ahead and hit that microphone. Just tap it.
Oh.
Good. Great. Good. And you have it says turn off original sound as well.
Yeah.
Great. All right. Well, it's that's excellent. Yeah. I'll if you want to start the song, I will have the lyrics up very shortly.
Okay. And you might notice changes, but that's how songs are. Oh, I cannot teach your children if I'm dead. Oh, I cannot teach your children if I'm dead. I would be a fool going to an unsafe school. No, I cannot teach your children if I'm dead. Your children can poison relatives at home, interacting with the others when she's gone. Kissing grandma on the cheek could be the end of her next week. Your child can poison relatives at home. To travel, now that's another danger zone. When a child is on the go and on their own. If they should buy things at a store, we increase the risk some more. Not to mention trains and buses coming home. Now ventilation remain a mystery. Can you know about those things you cannot see? Students passing in the hall may not be safe at all. These invisibles are the scariest for me. We'll be closing all the businesses again. If they should reopen too soon, then it could be the fatal blow for the mom and pop shops, you know. If we have to close the businesses again, yes. The politicos will offer their thoughts and prayers, saying sorry for the pain that isn't theirs, and the suffering we feel for them will not be real, as politicos will offer thoughts and prayers. So let's be smart and do the right thing. Perhaps we can reopen safely once again in the spring. It makes more sense to wait than to contaminate. Let's be smart and then do the right thing, because, you know, can't teach your children when I'm dead. No, I cannot teach your children if I'm dead. We would be the fool going to an unsafe school, and I'll repeat myself if you can't hear what I said. I said, we cannot teach your children if we're dead. Do smart things.
Yay! Thank you so much. Beautiful, Joel. Thank you for that song, and very concerned about what is going to happen this fall. Let's see. We're going to bring the next performer, Cleo Carol Knopf. Go ahead and unmute yourself if you can. There you go. I just pressed unmute, so you should get that ability to unmute yourself. Go ahead.
Hi.
And then go ahead and mute yourself after you perform too. That's a nice thing to do. Okay, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm here in New York City, and thank you, Joel, for that song. I so appreciate it because there's too many people not taking this seriously, and school's about to open. I really appreciated it, and the satirical way you dealt with the we cannot teach our children if we're dead. I mean, it's true, and it kind of says a difficult thing in a funny way. I liked that very much. I hope my computer, I'm not showing how messy my apartment is. This this song I wrote thinking about gentrification. So here we go. I'm fine just singing the words. I dream of an old house in the Bronx. My grandfather built it half a century ago, where sheep graze returning me to find what I must have left behind. Oh, Bronx River, tossing in your riverbed. Oh, Bronx train, always on the wrong track. Oh, working class projects, I walk past the junkie with his empty hands. Oh, working class projects, I dream walk home. Maybe they tore our old house down after we had to sell it to investors, buying up the neighborhood to build homes no one can afford to live in. Maybe the garden my grandmother tended is a parking lot. Oh, Bronx River, tossing in your riverbed. Oh, Bronx train, always on the wrong track. Oh, working class projects, I walk past the junkie with his empty hands. Oh, broken glass on the sidewalk, I dream walk home. In my dreams, our old house is still there. I can go and visit just by closing my eyes. I see my old room and a violet blue stone. And it shone, and the neighbors, they came round, and all was the sound. Oh, Bronx River, tossing in your riverbed. Oh, Bronx train, always on the wrong track. Oh, working class projects, I walk past the junkie with his empty hands. Oh, broken glass on the sidewalk, I dream walk home. Oh, Bronx River, you flow in my veins. Oh, Bronx trains that never got me anywhere on time. Oh, rundown housing projects, I walk past the junkie with his empty hands. Oh, broken glass on the sidewalk, abandoned car in the driveway. But for this Bronx dreamer, it was home.
Bravo. Thank you so much, Cleo. Thank you for that song. We had a comment come in here from Steve Deasy, actually. Thanks for this. My grandfather's house in Pittsburgh got swallowed up by Rockwell Corporation. So clearly an experience shared by many. I want to invite our next performer, Joe Verga, to unmute. And also, Joe, to see if you can offer any encouragement to Cleo for the song she just shared with us. Go ahead and unmute if you can reach up to the computer there, Joe. And just so folks know, after Joe Verga, it'll be Tobie Hoffman and then Joia Mukherjee, I think.
Okay.
What up? Do you want to say a little word of encouragement?
Well, this is, see if we can put the lyrics up on this. I would like people to see them.
Sure thing. Yeah. You heard the song Cleo just did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very emotional.
Thank you. Yeah, Good. Joe, I'd be happy to share your lyrics. Here we go. So if you want to start, tell us about this song, and then I'll go ahead and share it while you're playing.
Let's light a candle for the old and insecure. Let's light a candle for the homeless and the poor. Let's light a candle for what we're living for. Let's light a candle for love. Let's light a candle for the children who were slain. Let's light a candle for their parents who remain. Let's light a candle for a world that's gone insane. Let's light a candle for love. The simple act of lighting a candle shines a beacon in the dark. There's not a sorrow we can't handle with faith burning in our hearts. Let's light a candle for those who died in war. Let's light a candle and lay down the sword. Let's light a candle, peace is our reward. And if there is a God above, then he would light a candle. I'm sure he'd light a candle. He would light a candle with love.
Joe Verga, everyone. Thank you, Joe, for that song. Let's light a candle.
Some people want to fire. Some people want to put that fire out.
No doubt. No doubt. Thank you, Joe Verga. Tobie Hoffman, it's all you. So we're gonna keep the circle of appreciation going along. What do you say, Tobie?
Oh, that went straight to my heart and straight to my soul, Joe. Thank you. And somebody keeps coming out.
Yeah, Morgan, we want to make sure you stay muted over there until we get you on. Then we'll get you on. All right, thank you, Morgan.
Maybe it went straight to somebody else's heart too, Morgan.
Yeah, okay, no problem.
Went straight to my heart. Thank you so much
must
for
be
that. And I would definitely want to sing that at some of the vigils that are going on right now in my neighborhood, as we try to light candles for racial justice. So last year I started a song, and when we were out in force protesting caged children, the children in cages, and they're still there, by the way, and I realized they're still there, and I've been complacent. I've been kind of complacent about it, so I revived this, and it's a very different tone than what Joe said, but I think we need both. And what I get to do now is share my screen. Oh, I get to do some fun things with Zoom, which is always so much fun to do. always takes a little longer than you want it to take. You'll just take a moment, get all the pieces set up. This is called How Many Days More? Let's see. This is the impeachable offense. This is the impeachable offense. Caged for escaping danger, your farms are dust. You must leave, you must run. Sound the alarms, babes in arms, guns greet you, tempest tossing, pulled across. This stern warning won't turn back your yearning. You tired, you poor, you huddled mass. You bring disease. Dis-ease is our offering. You game the system, separating is our twisted wisdom. Stay alert, the hurt is real. You tired, you poor, you huddled mass, children locked up, families boxed up. Wake up to the nonsense. This is the impeachable offense. You say, I am disloyal. Yes, I am disloyal to the hatred, damn the matrix of a nation not facing evil intention, indefinite detention, incarceration, discrimination, horror, squalor. Do not tolerate children locked up, boxed up, torn apart. Daughter from madre, son from padre, limb from limb, hopes dim for reuniting. Will you fight it? What's at stake? How much lying will it take to break apart hardened hearts? We will persist in our resistance. We will persist in our resistance. Rage out. Wake up. How many days more? Children in cages. This is the impeachable offense. This is the unspeakable offense.
Thank you, Tobie Hoffman. Bravo, brava. Joel Landy wrote in, Tobie, the words of the Statue of Liberty, snidely stated. Oh, someone else commented too. So many people. I lost the comment. Tobie, the words of the Statue of Liberty, snidely stated in an accusatory fashion. That captures this administration perfectly. Thank you, Tobie. Joia, please introduce yourself. And I just want to give you a special welcome also because I believe this is your first PMN event. And we're really happy to have you. And feel free to say a little something about yourself and then maybe share something about what you just heard from Tobie Hoffman. I will send you a little invitation to unmute yourself, Joia.
Thank you. I was trying to signal the signal for unmute. Yeah, Tobie, that was fantastic. And I think spoken word is so powerful right now. And I think it takes a lot of bravery. I often hide, I think, behind the guitar a little bit. And it's just great to put yourself out there like that with that beautiful rhythm and those beautiful words and images. And it is the impeachable offense. The indignity of it. I also want to just huge shout out to Joe and to Chloe and to Joel. These were really powerful songs, and this is my first time performing, so it's really a huge honor to hear such great songs, original songs from people. And I'm sort of late in the game. I'm a physician, and I am the medical director for the medical nonprofit Partners in Health. We have work all over the world, And I've been doing this work for 25 years. And I sing to keep my sanity, given all the pain and suffering that I see, and particularly the racial disparities around the world and the way that white supremacy has shaped our reality, both in the United States and around the world. So as I was out on the streets, like many of you, protesting the death of George Floyd, I was thinking about just all the indignities from Africa to Haiti to the US, and I wrote this song about George Floyd. I can't breathe, George, he wept, Chauvin's knee upon his neck as he drew his last breath. I can't breathe. Breonna Taylor was an EMT at home on a reprieve, shot 8 times by the police. I can't breathe. I can't breathe in this country of ours. The police with their weapons of war under white supremacy's leaning. I can't breathe. I can't breathe in this carceral state. The justice system full of hate. We will never be free if we can't breathe. I can't breathe. Oh no, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Yeah, I can't breathe. I can't breathe anymore. Those McMichaels stalked him out and they murdered him. Oh Lord, I can't breathe. Say Tatiana's name with her nephew Kane Gaines. That cop shot it through a window pane. I can't breathe. I can't breathe in this country of ours. The police with their weapons of war under white supremacy's knee. I can't breathe. I can't breathe in this carceral state. The justice system full of hate. We will never be free if we can't breathe. I can't breathe. Oh no, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Strange fruit hanging in the poplar tree. I can't breathe. Emmett in the Tallahatchie. I can't breathe. We brought humans here in iron chains. I can't breathe. In a country claiming freedom's name. I can't breathe. I can't breathe in this country of ours. The police with their weapons of war under white supremacy's knee. I can't breathe. I can't breathe in this carceral state. The justice system's full of hate. We will never be free if we can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. No, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. No, I can't breathe. I cannot breathe.
Brava, Joia, thank you so much. Your first time at a PMN song swap. Oh my goodness.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for being part of this. Pat LaManna wrote in, Joia, a beautiful song, sung beautifully, heartbreaking. Someone said they love the bluesy tone of your voice, and someone else said that they were singing along, which is something we want to encourage safely, but PMN has always been about that. So Benjamin Seibert, you are next. Benjamin, would you like to unmute you? I think I fixed it so that people should be able to unmute themselves now. There was a problem with that before that I...
Yes, I did unmute.
Yes! Way
Yay.
to go! So I think this is your first PMN song swap too.
Certainly online. I was a member 38 years ago, but it's been a while, so I'm back.
Welcome. Well, feel free to say something that you heard in Joya's song, and then get on to your song.
Well, I liked kind of the list of atrocities that we all know about, and I like the way, Joia, that you worked in Strange Fruit. That was pretty awesome. On my 15th birthday, my sister gave me John Prine's second album, and I listened to it a lot, and there was one song that I absolutely hated. I said, "What did you do, John Prine? This is a sexist redneck breakup song. Why did you include this?" And not too long after, it occurred to me that it was a metaphor, that he called it The Great Compromise, and I give it a subtitle of An Allegory of America. It's kind of about that epiphany when you realize you've been lied to. I knew a girl who was almost a lady. She had a way with all the men in her life. Every inch of her blossomed in beauty. She was born on the 4th of July. She lived in an aluminum house trailer, and she worked in a jukebox saloon. And she spent all the money that I give her just to see the old man in the moon. I used to sleep at the foot of Old Glory and awake in the dawn's early light. But much to my surprise, when I opened my eyes, I was a victim of the Great Compromise. We used to go out on Saturday evenings to the drive-in on Route 41. It was there that I first suspected she was doing what she'd already done. She said, "Ben, won't you get me some popcorn?" And she knew I had to walk pretty far. And as I passed through the moonlight, she hopped into a foreign sports car. I used to sleep at the foot of Old Glory and awake in the dawn's early light. But much to my surprise, when I opened my eyes, I was a victim of the Great Compromise. Well, you know, I could have beat up that fella, but it was her that had hopped into his car. Many times I'd fought to protect her, but this time she was going too far. And some folks, they call me a coward, 'cause I left her at the drive-in that night. But I'd rather have names thrown at me than to fight for a thing that ain't right. I used to sleep at the foot of Old Glory and awake in the dawn's early light. But much to my surprise, when I opened my eyes, I was a victim of the Great Compromise. Now she writes all the fellas love letters saying, "Greetings, come see me real soon." And they go and line up in the bar room to spend some time in that sick woman's room. And sometimes I get awful lonesome, and I wish she was my girl instead. But she won't let me live with her, and she makes me live in my head. I used to sleep at the foot of Old Glory and awake in the dawn's early light. But much to my surprise, when I opened my eyes, I was a victim of the Great Compromise.
Bravo! Benjamin Seibert, thank you very much for that song. Want to invite our next performer to step up, Juliana Barnett and Sophie Barnet-Higgins. Feel free to offer some appreciation to our friend Benjamin Seibert, and then let's hear about your song. And just let me know
I
if
can
you're...
do that myself, yes.
Yeah, we fixed that. Good.
Hi. Good.
Welcome.
Thank you. Well, as it was commented around here, how can you hate a John Prine song? And but you know, you get some allowances made when you're 15, and obviously he took the song to heart and has given it the real meaning that it has, and it's much appreciated in that very down home kind of deep folksy way that John Prine has, and I'm sorry, Benjamin, brought that across very well. And Sophie said that she never even would have listened to that when she was 15. But if you'd had a big sister to say so, you might have. This is a song called Vuela Paloma by the group Quilapayún from Chile. The group was one of the many fabulous artists that were part of the popular unity movement in Chile, the government, and in the early 70s. And when that government was overthrown in a U.S.-backed coup in September 11th, 1973, they were exiled along with so many other artists to France, and they kept playing around the world and keeping the struggle alive. And this is one of their beloved songs, Vuela Paloma. Vuela tu vuelo, paloma mía, canta tu canto que llegue al mar. Vuela tu vuelo, paloma mía, canta tu canto que llegue al mar. Quiero mi libertad, quiero vivir en paz. Quiero tener tu canto, tener tus alas, saber volar. Quiero que mi destino llegue al camino por donde vas. Vuela tu vuelo, paloma mía, canta tu canto que llegue al mar. Vuela tu vuelo, paloma mía, canta tu canto que llegue al mar. Vivo para trabajar, quiero ya descansar. Tengo todas las penas de quien no sabe a dónde vas. Trae de la lejanía, paloma mía, tu libertad. Trae de la lejanía, paloma mía, tu libertad. Hold on. Why don't you share the lyrics for the second part? I forgot to ask you, but we have the lyrics with translation. Vuela tu vuelo, paloma mía, canta tu canto que llegue al mar. Vuela tu vuelo, paloma mía, canta tu canto que llegue al mar. Quiero mi libertad, quiero vivir en paz. Quiero tener tu canto, tener tus alas, poder volar. Quiero que mi destino llegue Vuela tu vuelo, paloma mía, canta tu canto que llegue al mar. Vuela tu vuelo, paloma mía, canta tu canto que llegue al mar. Vivo para trabajar, quiero ya descansar. Tengo todas las penas de quien no sabe a dónde vas. Trae de la lejanía, paloma mía, tu libertad. Trae de la lejanía, paloma mía, tu libertad.
Brava! Thank you, Juliana and Sophie. Thank you so much. Wow, it's cool to hear that. Let's bring our next performer on, and we'll hear a little more about what they just heard. I think it's Adele Rolliter on board for the Raging Grannies. Is that right? Adele, go ahead and unmute yourself. Welcome, Adele. I think this was originally submitted by Mary Lutz, and you'll be speaking for the Raging Grannies in New York City.
Yes, I will. Here I go. I'm trying to fit my hat over my headphones.
Oh, it's great. So share some encouragement with our previous
performers. Yes. Oh my God, I'm so glad that I get to share encouragement. Juliana, did I say your name right? And your daughter, what is her name? Oh, wait.
Sophie,
yes. I want to tell you how much that song lifted me. Because I'm not fluent, but I know enough Spanish I could actually follow. But then when you actually shared the screen and it all came together, and your rhythm, and it was just a beautiful song. I can't tell you how enriching. I mean, the fact that I'm even learning Spanish for years and years just lifts me out of so much and carries me. And that song was... You just did it beautifully, and the fact that you both did it together, it was just truly lovely. Thank you so much. I loved it. Okay, I'm here to represent the New York Metro Raging Grannies, and also the fact that through this pandemic we have been meeting, and and thanks to Mary Lutz, who's also a member of People's Music Network. And her partner, Peter Kinoy, we have had an opportunity to actually sing out for the public, for events, for PMN, and to share it on Instagram. And I'm so grateful to Mary and Peter for that. The song that we're going to hear tonight and see amazing footage that Peter and Mary worked on together is actually one of my favorite Granny songs. Our, I think, oldest Granny right now is Corinne Willinger, and she has this talent of matching tunes with the current topic that is so poignant and so just really striking, okay? And this is one of them. I heard that song before, and again, Corinne Willinger and Sonny Armour rewrote the lyrics. And you're going to see amazing footage put together by Mary Lutz and Peter Kinoy. And we prepared it for the Hiroshima Memorial that Ben had talked about, that you're going to have an event related to as well. So this is, I heard that song before.
It seems to me I heard that song before. Warmongers want another war.
They say it's time to bomb Iran. First they invaded Iraq. Afghanistan was attacked. Then Libya, then and North Vietnam was our goal. We fought the Vietnamese.
They brought us to our knees.
And in the end, we paid the toll.
Oh, so it seems
that I heard that song before.
It was the first atomic war. We bombed Hiroshima that time. Nagasaki burned to ash.
Thousands vanished in that flash. The world must never forget that crime.
Oh, so it seems to me the song they have to sing has a negotiations ring.
Sing it to every senator.
We have to shout it again.
This warfare must be end. We must stop all endless wars.
Yay, thank you. I want to just salute the Raging Grannies for keeping the issue of militarism and U.S. imperialism at the front of our minds. So let's see who just as I get my screen fixed up here. If you know that you're next, you go right ahead and unmute yourself. Meanwhile, I'm coming back to my list. I'm going to tell you who it is. It's Pinetree. Pinetree, welcome to the stage. How you doing there, Pinetree?
I'm doing good. I'm here in Pennsylvania. I'm a refugee from Brooklyn because of COVID. We just feel safer here in PA. We have 7 acres and we just had a tornado warning.
Yeah. Well, would you like to offer any encouragement to our Raging Granny sisters in New York City?
Yeah, that was so moving. Oh my God, that was really. I'm really moved, and the way you arranged it on the screen with the news and different grannies coming on, that was very, very cool. So I think that song has a real future. We must stop all endless war. That's a real message. Okay, used to be called the peace movement. Very sweet. Thank you so much, grannies. And being an expatriate New Yorker, I appreciate it very much. So I have a song that is dedicated to John Lewis. And I never dreamed that I was going to be able to, I signed up for this 2 weeks ago. I never dreamed that I was going to be able to sing it on the day of his funeral. So that's a great honor. It's a poem by Myra Cohn Livingston. And in 1999, I was teaching elementary school in a Black school in Brooklyn, and a teacher came up to me and said, here's a poem by Myra Cohn Livingston. I want to do this with I want my students to perform this. Why don't you write a song with it? And I said, oh, no. It's just better as a poem. It's a beautiful poem. And I went home that night and I wrote this song. The dream of Martin Luther King will happen in some far-off spring when winter ice and snow are gone. One day the dreamer in gray dawn will waken to a blinding light, where hawk and dove in silent flight brush wings together on a street. Still thundering with ghostly feet, and soul will dance and soul soul will sing and march with Martin Luther King. Where hawk and dove in silent flight brush wings together on a street, still thundering with ghostly feet. And soul will dance and soul will sing and march with Martin Luther King.
Bravo! Thank you, Pinetree. Was there some applause? I heard another person applauding. That's great. Thank you so much. So Steve Deasy is our next performer, and Steve, we'd love to have you start with what you heard in that song from Pinetree. I think I got it, so you can unmute yourself. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I
Steve?
think I'm unmuted. Am I unmuted?
Yes, I hear you real good.
Okay, good. I really...
Oh, we just want to have your video start, if you don't mind.
Oh, goodness gracious, why did that not do that?
There we go. We see you good now.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I love that poem, and I think that that the music really brought out the words of the poem. I think sometimes setting a poem to music changes the way that we can hear it, and that was just very beautifully done by Pinetree. So thank you for that. And also, I think just so timely on the day of the memorial of John Lewis, and I've been listening today for some time to a lot of the and reading online a lot of the eulogies that people have written for John Lewis, and most ending with "Rest in Power." So I really think that was a very timely and beautiful performance of that poem. A lot of people don't know this about me, but I used to be quite the scholar, and I have degrees to prove that. And when I took the SAT, I actually took my own SAT, and it qualified me to be a National Merit Scholar. So I understand both the anxiety of taking a test and the feeling of accomplishment when you really pass or ace a test. So this song I'm gonna sing a song about that. Person, woman, man, camera, TV. Person, woman, man, camera, TV. The first questions are very easy. The last ones are more difficult. Like a memory question, it's like you go person, woman, man, camera, TV. So they'd say, can you repeat that? So I said, yeah. So it's person, woman, man, camera, TV, person, woman, man, camera, TV. So now he's asking other questions, and then 15-20 minutes later they'd say, do you remember that first question? Not the first, but the 10th. Give us that again. can you do that again? And you go, you go, person. Sing along with feeling. Woman, man, camera, TV, person, woman, man, camera, TV, and they say that's amazing. And they say, how did you do that? Nobody gets them in order. It's not that easy. I do it because I have a good memory, because I'm cognitively there. I'm cognitively there. Very stable genius, cognitively there. I have the biggest words, I'm cognitively there. I have a good memory, cognitively there. I'm cognitively there. I'm cognitively there.
Bravo, Steve Deasy. Thank you. Oh, I heard you on David Rovick's open mic sing that song. It's great. I wanted to invite our next performer, who I think is first time, if I'm not mistaken, at least first time on one of these online song swaps. Helen, are you here, Helen? We want to invite you to come up to the stage, if you are here, Helen. I'm going through the participant list. Is there no Helen here? I'm going to do a little search. No, there's no. So what that means, we need to move on to the next person and then maybe reach out to Helen separately to see if we can hear her song. So that next person after Helen is Joni. Joni, please step up to the stage. And if you would, give a little word of encouragement to our brother, Steve Deasy.
A word of encouragement? Oh my goodness, that was brilliant. That was so brilliant. I had a feeling that's where you were going when you gave that intro, but I was so pleased that that was where you went. And it was better than I could have even imagined. It was wonderful. And that is one of those songs about a specific time with Trump that will likely live on. Although, who knows, because there's just so many darn moments with Trump. Okay, so I'm sorry. I'm going to change the atmosphere entirely now. This is not a funny song. This is called Thou Shalt Not Kill. I've been working on this song for about 2 years, trying to figure out what to say about the gun epidemic of this country, but certainly not just this country. And this is actually a true story. My engineer buddy, who records and produces all my albums, he's one of these amazing pacifists, and he has this old musket up on his wall in his studio. And this is the story of that musket. This gun's just meant for hunting squirrels, birds, raccoons. It helps feed my family, just a little extra food. It's not meant for resolving people's strife. This gun won't take a human life. It was 1863, and the war was raging on. Papa gone to fight, Grandpa ran the farm. Union and rebels needing weapons and men, coming for the farm guns, you just hand them over when tired men knocked on the door, horror in their eyes, taking a human life makes something inside you die. Each side believed their cause was worth the fight. No one dared question if all this bloodshed was right. Well, this gun's just meant for hunting squirrels, birds, raccoons. It helps feed my family, just a little extra food. It's not meant for resolving people's strife. This gun won't take a human life. Grandpa answered the door, always offered a drink and a chair. No matter the uniform, he saw the human there. But the farm gun stayed here at home. He politely said no to let his hunting rifle kill a human soul. He said, this gun's just meant for hunting squirrels, birds, raccoons. It helps feed my family, just a little extra food. It's not meant for resolving people's strife. This gun won't take a human life. We've got army boys, he said, I don't believe in war. This gun stays on the wall, the bullets stay in the drawer. Like I said before, I use it to hunt food, but I live by the Bible, and in that good book it says, thou shalt not kill, nor shed the blood of man. If you live by the sword, you will die with sword in hand. War and hatred, anger and fear, I won't take part in that. This gun stays here, 'cause this gun's just meant for hunting squirrels, birds, raccoons. Helps feed my family, just a little extra food. It's not meant for resolving people's strife. This gun won't take a human life. At the end of the war, Papa made it home. Grandpa passed that gun down, its purpose always known. I passed it on too, but now we've got enough food, so it stays up on the wall, not even shooting squirrels or raccoons. 'Cause this gun's just meant for hunting squirrels, birds, raccoons. It helps feed my family, just a little extra food. It's not meant for resolving people's strife. This gun won't take a human life.
Bravo, 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 wonderful. Just wanted to say thank you so much, Joni, for that song. And
I'm assuming you could hear me. There was Steve up on the screen and other people popping in and out. I don't know if I was
yeah, I
around
think
everybody else's.
There was one place where someone accidentally unmuted, and I think we got that issue figured out. But we heard you. I heard you the whole time, and I think your face was up on Facebook as well. And so,
Really? Here it was everybody else.
oh yeah, well that would be because you have it on gallery view. Yeah, if you see everybody else, you have it on gallery view. But
No, I have it, but whatever, it's fine.
okay. And sometimes I'm wrong too, so I'll double check. But hey, so we got our next performer. This is a first time performer in one of these online swaps. It's Morgan Guyton. Welcome, Morgan. How you doing?
Doing good. Yeah, good to be here. Can you hear me okay?
I hear you great. It's great to see you.
Yeah, good to be here. Joni, I really appreciated that song, and it reminded me of my grandpa. He had a fair amount of guns, but he didn't use them, against people. And that was kind of his ethos. And, he was kind of an old school Texas Baptist conservative back before that meant whatever it means today. And so he would have really appreciated that song too.
Well, Morgan, since this is your first time, would you tell us a little extra about yourself as a new member of PMN?
Oh, sure. Yeah. And I just joined pretty recently. My buddy, David Rovix, let me know about you guys.
Oh, fabulous.
And I've known him for decades. But I never gotten involved with People's Music Network.
I just saw that his name is on the performance list for our Hiroshima Never Again event.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So I am a pastoral counselor based in Williamsburg, Virginia. And I've just been involved in a lot of different activist things most of my adult life, working a lot with supporting the immigrant community in particular. And I'm an ordained United Methodist minister. But I don't approve of everything that the United Methodist Church does. But I generally like to hang out with the more radical folks. And y'all seem like my kind of scene. So I figured I would get a little more involved. And so this poem that I'm going to share, it's called Love Chases. And there's just been really, for me, I don't know if this has been the case for other people, but a lot of questioning, just some of the social conventions within, our capitalist culture and whatnot, and trying to embrace a way of living that's more authentically human. And so that's kind of what this poem is about. All right, so here it goes. Love Chases. Love is not a rational decision that calculates the cost and plans a schedule that is carefully calibrated and has the exact right number of paper plates and greeting cards with phrases that are sweet but never too much. Love can be careful and prudent and well organized only after it has been burned and it realizes the best way to keep everyone safe is to wear a mask, but beneath the mask, love has an ache that is utterly the opposite of the irony that most people call being reasonable and palatable for mass consumption and catchy and ready for the big time and easily represented by widely circulated gifts that let people know nothing serious is really happening and we can keep munching our snacks on the couch. Love is the child who points and refuses to lower her voice or maintain proper social distancing. Love always means well. Love just wants to fill the whole entire atmosphere with lightning bugs who fly in formation to spell the word yes over and over. Love wants the right soundtrack and it will jump in the lake fully clothed at the moment starts slipping. Love tries so hard to practice boundaries and not leave unsolicited manuscripts inside screen doors, which is only a metaphor now because love must operate in a world where its most ardent text messages always get ghosted. Love isn't in it just for the sex. Love lives for smiles that appear out of nowhere and cannot put themselves back in a jar because they're dancing with joy that needs to linger a little while longer. Love can wait, but it burns every second it has to wait. And it blooms into red cheeks and sweaty hands because it wants so badly to see the whole world notice its own glory. Love delights in the opposite of banter. It wants to say the words that make people cry if they're not too jaded to receive admiration, that can't sit on its hands any longer, and has no agenda or calculation other than wonder and longing for divinity to unveil itself and start dancing spontaneously in all sorts of socially inappropriate ways, causing traffic jams and safety hazards and crowded elevators so the cops have to come and tase love until its heart stops beating. Love likes stopping our hearts and making us short of breath if it means we'll finally stop running away from her. She just wants to sit with us on a blanket in a park while she shows us every single place the light dances and weaves us a garland with every wildflower we had never noticed.
Beautiful. Morgan, welcome to PMN, and thank you for the poem. I want to read a few comments that just came in through the Zoom chat. We got, I just lost them. I apologize, but it was like someone said, "Great." Joia, who's another new member. This is her first time tonight. Great to have another newbie. Thank you, Morgan.
Yeah.
Welcome. And then Storm said, "Welcome aboard, Morgan. Glad David Rovick sent you our way. Well crafted. You've come to the right place, Morgan," said Joel Landy. So,
excellent.
Yeah,
really good to be here, and I love what I've been hearing this evening. Just so much great talent, and it's really great to hear people, using their voice to, I don't know, promote what I consider to be wholesome ideas. I mean, I guess other people call them radical or whatever, but I don't think it's that radical to use guns just for hunting and not for killing people, So anyway, thanks so much.
Well, thank you so much. And I just want to acknowledge what one other member of PMN, actually the president of our steering committee, Tobie Hoffman, just said that it's about 8:48 on my clock, and she just wrote a few minutes ago, "I'm stepping away for our neighborhood vigil at 8:46 for 8 minutes and 46 seconds." Obviously, a recognition of the police murder of George Floyd. So thank you, Morgan. I want to welcome our next performer. His name is Rick Ward. And Rick, would you go ahead and unmute yourself and give a little more love to our brother Morgan?
Oh, absolutely. That was wonderful. Oh my gosh. It's such a wonderful expression, and it's that subject there is too. It just like that's the most radical thing that can transform anything, is that power of love, and it's great to hear that expression. Thank you. Now I see myself, I don't hear anybody.
We hear you real good, and we're going to all try to be real quiet while you perform. So tell us about your song now, Rick.
Okay. There are some lyrics there. If you have them handy, throw them up for me.
I'll be happy to set those up, so I'll have them up real soon. So you can introduce the song, and I'll have them up.
Yep, I have a little story to tell you. So the last time I was on, I played this really intense funk song about, you can't stand on a man's neck like that, And so then I got done with that night, and I thought, okay, so there needs to be a song like that, but now there needs to be a song like this, And I just got an idea for a song and started writing it on that night, and I kept going till it was done. It took me till 6 in the morning, and I wrote this song. It's kind of an Arlo Guthrie. I used to live right up the road from Arlo Guthrie and James Taylor, so this is in the same tradition. It's called Front Page News. It goes like this here. Hope you can hear me all right. We've got all kinds of trouble in this world today. We got every good reason to say ain't nothing but bad news. I got some news for you. If I can write that paper, if I could tell the truth, there would be love on the front page every day. Like every time some people find a way to help someone in need, to bring some food for free. Bet your lives to help you, because that's the way to be. I've got some news. It happens all the time. Well, I woke up this morning, I put on my shoes, went out to grab the paper, checked the morning blues. It told me all about the unimportant stuff. I left out the front page news. It's you and me. I'm with you all the way, always. You and me. No matter what they say, you can take the long way around the barn. I'll get right down to business, won't do you no harm. But you can't go wrong living a sweet love song. What do you say? Walk out in the sweet sunshine. What do you say? Put your hand in mine. Well, it's a bebop-a-doo-bop, a Champs-Elysees. Long nights in quarantine, but maybe that's okay. Make ourselves a little good news today. Me and my gal got a cabin on the mountain way. We got a song on the front porch every day. No, it ain't so bad. We took everything we had. We got the one thing money just can't buy. We've got all kinds of people everywhere, showing all kinds of tender love and care. It's like it used to be before we had TV. People knew their neighbors, friends and family. You'd be surprised. It happens all the time. Then I woke up the next morning. I put on my shoes, went out to grab the paper they call the morning blues. Told me all about the unimportant stuff. I left out the front page news. It's you and me. I'm with you all the way, always. You and me. No matter what they say. Well, there's a long way around the barn, or you could go the right way, wouldn't do any harm. But you can't go wrong living the street. You can't go wrong living. You can't go wrong living the sweet love song. One more thing, don't let them fool you. They don't want to say it. They disregard the subject, but there's just no way. 'Cause love is all the rage. Love's a real front page. Love is on the front page every day.
Rick Ward. Wonderful, wonderful to hear that your song. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's great. So right after Rick, we got Mark Hecker coming up.
Hi.
Mark, how you doing?
Can you hear me?
I hear you fine.
Pretty
yes,
good.
yes, good. Would
You
you
do
like to
hear me.
extend some love and appreciation to our brother
Yes,
Rick Ward?
yes. I love everybody. I've been known to love everybody. There's only one person I really have trouble evoking love for, and I think he's got orange hair and has been saying nasty. I don't know if you guys saw the funeral of John Lewis today, but it was a breath of fresh air to hear Barack Obama and Bill Clinton and the others, and Nancy Pelosi especially, finally hearing some positive things from people that have led or are leading our country. And I really hope that in the next few months we can change things around. And
Well, tell us about the song we're going to hear from you.
Okay, the song I'm going to do is actually an old 19th century song, which is about the plight of Irish railroad workers who were brought over to blast tunnels into hills so the railroad could pass through. And it has sort of a satirical edge to it. So here we go. Yeah, okay.
Mark, did you want me to include the lyrics on the screen?
When the carriers are working on the rock, and the boss comes along and he says, keep still, and come down heavy on the cast iron drill, and drill ye terriers drill. Drill ye terriers drill. Oh, it's work all day for the sugar in your day. Down beyond the railway, and drill ye terriers drill, and blast and fire. The boss was a fine man down to the ground, and he married a lady 6 foot round. She baked the bread, she baked it well, but she baked it hard as the holes in hell. And drill ye terriers drill, drill ye terriers drill. It's work all day for the sugar in your tay, down beyond the railway, and drill ye terriers drill, and blast and fire. Poor man was and by God, he was a plain mean man. Last week, a premature last man off, and a mile in the air went Tim Cough, and drill ye terriers drill. Drill ye terriers drill. It's work all day for the sugar in your day, down beyond the railway, and drill ye terriers drill, and blast and fire. The next time payday came, payday came around. Jim Goff $1 short was found. Why, when he asked him for came this is why your duck for the time he was up in the sky, and drill ye terriers drill. Drill ye terriers drill. It's work all day for the sugar in your day, down beyond the railway, and drill ye terriers drill, and blast and fire. Thank you.
Bravo, Mark Hecker. Thank you so much, all the way from Albany. Hey. All right. Well, we got our next performer coming right up. Her name is Pat Lamana. She's going to be co-facilitating Grain of Salt, a really interesting workshop for songwriters who are interested in getting peer feedback on the songs that they are writing. When is that coming up? Sometime in August. Is that right, Pat? Feel free to unmute. Make sure we got you there. Oh, I had one of the controls off a little bit. But Pat Lamana, we want to invite you to unmute. There you go. I just sent that invitation.
Thank you. And
You're welcome.
I want to say, Joia, I'm excited to have you attending the workshop. That will be wonderful. And I'd love to have anybody who would like. Mark, I remember that song. I learned that song in elementary school, and I didn't understand it then. And coming from a family of card-carrying communists, I probably should have understood it then, but it took a while before I understood it. And but it's a great labor song, and you're right, it has that edge to it, so it was a great choice. I didn't like the song when I was a kid, but I like it now. So I went to a march today for reuniting migrant families. You can see my T-shirt. So I've been marching for a long, long time, and I wrote a song. Well, I wrote the words to a song that kind of turns the song on its head. So you'll see what I mean when you hear it. Oh, I marched down to Washington in 1963, and again in 1964. When I heard the words of Dr. King, a voice in me began to sing, I'll march till I can't march anymore. I marched in Manhattan to Dag Hammarskjöld Square to end the Indochina War. With Paxton, Oaks, and Seeger, I knew that I was eager to march till I can't march anymore. Now I walk a little slower, my hair is turning gray, but still I carry on.
I do a little something each and every day, 'cause I can't do it when I'm gone. I marched to save the planet, I marched for women's rights, I marched for sensible gun laws. And yes, I marched with pride, straight and gay, side by side. I'll march till I can't march anymore. I marched when the children were sent away and caged, when Muslims were banished from our shore. When George Floyd's life was shattered, I cried out, Black Lives Matter, and I'll march till I can't march anymore. Now I walk a little slower, my hair is turning gray, but still I carry on. I do a little something each and every day, 'cause I can't do it when I'm gone. Now protesters are kidnapped by armed men in unmarked cars. They're not even telling them what for. Our democracy's in trouble, so my efforts I must double, and I'll march like I never marched before. And I'll march till I can't march anymore.
Wow, brava. Oh my gosh, so good to hear that Phil Oakes melody. What an interesting turn. Actually, Steve Deasy here was saying, interesting turn on Phil Oakes. I ain't marching anymore. Brilliant, Pat LaManna.
Wow, thank you.
Lots of exciting comments coming in here. And we're looking forward to that Grain of Salt workshop as well with you and Charlie King.
Yeah, everybody sign up for that. Anybody's got a song in progress, we'd love to hear it and help you out with it.
Wow, that's great. Well, I want to welcome a new PMN member whose name is David. Welcome, David. You made it. Hey.
Hi, yeah, I made it. Yeah. Thanks for
What's
having
going
me.
on? How's it out there in Colorado? Where in Colorado are you at?
I live in my parents' basement in Denver. Yeah, so I was in Chicago for a long time. I was in Boston before that. My wife and I grew up here, and my wife and I moved here this past fall.
Did you come to us through, was it the Children's Music Network?
I'm in the Children's Music Network. I met Joni there, and they connected me with PMN, and I'm a touring children's music. Well, I'm a children's musician with a band called Animal Farm. Well, we're not on hiatus. I do a lot of virtual concerts. I'll be performing. I'm on tour in Illinois right now, even though I'm here. So I have a band called Animal Farm. Check it out. We write grown-up music for kids, animalfarmband.com. But I also write grown-up music for grown-ups. And so, yeah, I'm really
Well, we like to
excited
get the
be here.
extended introduction for our new members.
I'm happy to share. So yeah, I'll post a link in the chat afterwards.
And I'll transfer that over to the Facebook chat as when you do that, David. And feel free to comment a little bit to our sister Pat LaManna.
Yeah, it really reminded me of Buffy St. Marie, just like the cadence of your voice and thinking about. Yeah, I loved it. Very evocative lyrics, and the performance was lovely. So thank you for sharing that. I'm going to sing a song that I came up with a name. It's not like, I think I called it After the Wars. I don't have a set title. And I was thinking about that. I'm 36. I recently turned 36, and we've been at war since I've been an adult. And since before then, and really since before then, and thinking about like even today and watching the news and people from across the spectrum, complimenting war criminals because they're presidential, and that we have accepted militarism and white supremacy as a nation as so holy and so in our essence. So as we think about the struggle for racial justice, also thinking about how our economy is built on global white supremacy. Anyway, this is about militarism. It's called, and so I'll try to keep it short. So let me know if you can hear it okay. When all the generals have retired, and the smoke and the ash disappears, when a silence so deep makes it too loud to sleep, what will we make of your years? And feel free to put the lyrics up, Ben. I think if you got them.
Can do.
When the rally cries fade in the wind, and the rain clears the dust from the sky, when promises made leave a nation decayed, what will we make of your lies? Tell me, what will we make of your lies? I've read this one before, it never ends the way you'd planned. And if you planned it all, you'd see the bloodstains on the wall and on our hands. When a soldier refuses to fight, and borders dissolve in the earth, when fathers and sons choose to lay down their guns, what is your enemy's worth? When there are no more flags to unfurl, and the changing of seasons begins, when mountains and shores heal from embers of war, what will we make of our sins? Tell me, what will we make of our sins? I've read this one before, it never ends the way you'd planned. And if you planned it all, you'd see the bloodstains on the wall and on our hands. And I'd probably have like a nice violin solo here, but I won't try singing that. When nations fall victim to time, and empires fall like the snow, when nobody's bereft 'cause nobody is left, what will it take to let go? Tell me, what will it take to let go? I've read this one before, it never ends the way you'd planned. And if you planned it all, you'd see the bloodstains on the wall and on our hands. Thanks.
Bravo, David. I'm very moved by that. I don't always comment on the songs, but you know, sometimes I feel the need to. And I think that this what will it take to let go of our empire? I mean, what a poignant question. We have a very ungraceful way as a country of letting go of the fact that U.S. imperialist hegemony is on the decline and is not rescuable and must be ended, must be destroyed. And I just love your song. We're going to have actually a an event commemorating another grotesque act of U.S. militarism that was, of course, the crime against humanity committed by the United States government in 1945 against Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And Storm is one of the organizers of this event and also our next performer and also a member of the PMN steering committee. I think he's going to say a few words about August 6th. Storm, please step up to the stage.
Thank you, Ben. Yes, on August 6th, we are going to be doing a international Hiroshima-Nagasaki remembrance concert, and it is from 3 to 5 Eastern Time on a Thursday. And the reason for that is because when I say international, I mean across the globe. We are going to be having performers from Australia and Jordan and the country of Georgia and Scotland and England and Canada and the United States. And it's got names that you will completely recognize, people you have never heard of, but I would rather use the term are about to become better known, and some people like me who are in the middle. So please, please tune into this event and let others know about it. To my mind, it is a remaking of the New Nukes concert, of the No Nukes concert of the 1970s, in the way that we can do it on a virtual platform. Okay, I'm going to do a meld of a poem and a song. They're both original. The poem is called I the Phoenix Rise, and the song is called Hard Times a Coming. I, the phoenix, rise to spread my wings and take form again, to climb even higher, soaring on the wings of change to glory. I, the phoenix, rise again from the ashes where others confined me, sentencing me to burn. I, the phoenix, rise, carrying truth between teeth and gripping new visions firmly in my claws. I, the phoenix, rise, raising you with me. There's hard times a-comin', I feel it in the wind. There's hard times a-comin', soon to begin. There's hard times a-comin', no one can deny. There's hard times a-comin', makes me wanna cry for the people. Money's getting scarce, jobs just can't be found. Children going hungry, parents wandering round. Some take to the needle, others to the wine. The way their dreams are shattered, it truly is a crime. Unions are disappearing, they don't stand a chance. The bosses give the orders and watch the workers dance. Hardly a one's complaining, they're all too afraid. 'Cause there's 100 others who want to work their trade. There's hard times a-comin', I feel it in the wind. There's hard times a-comin', soon to begin. There's hard times a-comin', no one can deny. There's hard times a-comin', makes me wanna cry for the people. Farmlands are going under, soon won't be any more, 'cept ones owned by big companies who make the prices soar. Some search for an answer to why things are this way, yet others are still saying, behold the judgment day. The defense budget's growing, it's the only thing that can. The country's got to cut back to achieve the master plan. And many folks are buying the government's biggest lie, that someone's out to get us, that's why they've got to die. There's hard times a-comin', I feel it in the wind. There's hard times a-comin', soon to begin. There's hard times a-comin', no one can deny. There's hard times a-comin', makes me wanna cry for the people. Now I don't want to scare you, it's not the same for everyone. The rich folks around the world are having lots of fun. They're taking from the money, from the many, and giving to the few. And maybe you should question what they're taking away from you. There's hard times a-comin', I feel it in the wind. There's hard times a-comin', soon to begin. There's hard times a-comin', no one can deny. There's hard times a-comin', makes me wanna cry for the people. There's hard times a-comin', no one can deny. There's hard times a-comin', makes me wanna cry for the people. And unfortunately, I wrote this song in 1979.
Bravo, Storm. Sobering and true. Mary McCaffrey is our next performer. I just want to give people, we're going to go to the first person on our wait list. Actually, the first person had to leave, so we have our second person on the wait list, which is Paul McKenna. So we're going to do 3 more acts, and that's going to be in this order: Mary McCaffrey, Lydia Adams Davis, and then Paul McKenna. With that, I want to hand it over to Mary McCaffrey and invite you, Mary, to offer some encouragement to our brother Storm. Go ahead and unmute yourself when you have a chance, and I will see if I can find you and spotlight you.
There, I got it.
Good.
Takes me a little while. Okay. Storm, that song brought a couple different things to my mind. One is a song a lot of people know called Times Are Getting Hard. And another one is the novel and movie, The Grapes of Wrath. And it makes us wonder whether, we're headed in that direction. What is going to happen when many people get evicted, when many people don't have food, don't have homes. It's scary. It's very scary. Okay. Anyway, I don't know how to get the gallery because I would love to see people singing along, even if I can't hear them. Is that blue arrow?
Oh, sure. I can show you about that. Yeah. So up in the upper right-hand corner of your Zoom meeting, you're going to see a little thing. It might be
No, wait a minute,
3 dots.
I got it.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm getting this tech stuff. Okay, I am going to do something called Freedom Suite, like Suite of Rooms, but it's not a Suite of Rooms, but it's like that. And I'd love to see you singing along, even if I can't hear you, because you're going to know these. And if you don't know them already, you're going to know them by the time I sing one line of them. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom over me. And before I'll be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. No more killings, no more killings, no more killings over me. And before I'll be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. There'll be justice. There'll be justice. There'll be justice over me. And before I'll be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. Come and go with me to that land. Come and go with me to that land. Come and go with me to that land where I'm bound. Come and go with me to that land. Come and go with me to that land. Come and go with me to that land where I'm bound. Ain't no hatred in that land. Ain't no hatred in that land. Ain't no hatred in that land where I'm bound. Ain't no hatred in that land. Ain't no hatred in that land. Ain't no hatred in that land where I'm bound. Nothing but freedom in that land. Nothing but freedom in that land. Nothing but freedom in that land where I'm bound. Nothing but freedom in that land. Nothing but freedom in that land. Nothing but freedom in that land where I'm bound. This one has an echo, so you gotta make like you're singing the echo part. You'll get it. I'm on my way to the freedom land, to the freedom land. I'm on my way. I'm on my way to the freedom land, to the freedom land. I'm on my way to the freedom land. I'm on my way. Great God, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. On my way, and I won't turn back, and I won't turn back. I'm on my way, I'm on my way, and I won't turn back, and I won't turn back. I'm on my way, and I won't turn back. I'm on my way, great God, I'm on my way. Glory, glory, hallelujah, since I laid my burden down. Glory, glory, hallelujah, since I laid my burden down. I feel better, so much better, since I laid my burden down. I feel better, so much better, since I laid my burden down. Glory, glory, hallelujah, since I laid my burden down. Glory, glory, hallelujah, since I laid my burden down.
Bravo! Thank you so much, Mary McCaffrey. Beautiful. I saw a lot of people singing along too. I want to welcome Lydia Adams Davis to the stage. Lydia, how you doing?
Hello, hello.
Hey. How are you?
I'm very fine. Thank you so much for doing a great job. I have always loved being part of PMN. And Mary McCarthy, of course, reminded me of all of those songs that I grew up singing. I know every one of them, and it was nice to hear them and to sing along with them. I first was inspired to sing civil rights songs when I first picked up the guitar, when I had just met Pete Seeger at something like age 16. I will say that I lived in Cornwall for many years, next to a city called Newburgh, which was in grave and still is in grave disorder. Urban renewal didn't do very well by it. And for long decades, it lay in tatters and ruins. And a friend of mine named Joe Gross invited me to chronicle the event of Habitat, pre-Habitat. It was called Nudge, Neighbors United for Justice and Housing. And all these folks got together and supported women with many children. And by sweat equity, they came to own their homes there in Newburgh. So if you don't mind singing along, it's impossible for you to learn the tune now, but hopefully I'll post it a lot so you guys can join this historic ballad, which I wrote back then, and keep renewing it. I've been writing this song for better than 20 years. I think it's done. Our job is never done. I grew up in Newburgh town. Urban planning tore it down. Stripped the heart and left the bones of our homes along the river. Shopping malls grew out of town. Empty buildings stared us down. Then the dozers raised the ground of our homes along the river. For years a ghost ruled here, dealing poverty and fear. Streets were ransomed for a beer in our homes along the river. Time had turned its back on us. Weeds grew in the public trust. Like old tankers left to rust were our homes along the river. Dusty years along the hill, driving through it, time stood still. People tried but lost the will to keep homes along the river. For years a ghost ruled here, dealing poverty and fear. Streets were ransomed for a beer in our homes along the river. Women's hands will get it done. Habitat brings everyone. Raise a daughter, raise a son in our homes along the river. We'll rebuild them one by one and afford them when we're done. Human justice will be won for our homes along the river. Yes, you can post the words. And yes, it is Newburgh, New York. Women's hands will get it done. Habitat brings everyone. Raise a daughter and a son in our homes along the river. We'll rebuild them one by one and afford them when we're done. Human justice will be won in our home along the river. I grew up in Newburgh town, and we're turning it around, building hope on common ground in our homes along the river. Building hope on common ground in our homes along the river.
Bravo. Yay. Lydia Adams Davis. We've got people saying the town is about someone was asking where is Newburgh. It's about 2 hours up the Hudson north by car. And someone else said that they love this song and they love the way that they're able to see the city of Newburgh through your eyes. So thank you so much for that song, Lydia.
Thank you, Ben. It's all true, every word. Thank you so much.
Well, I promised that we would get to Paul McKenna. We're just a little over time, but with your permission, I'd like to request another 5 minutes so that we can hear one of our artists who was on the wait list. That's why we have a wait list, so that we can hopefully get to you. I think we're just going to be able to get to the first person this time. Paul, it's all you. Oops. Try that again. We crossed on the muting button.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you good. How's it going?
All right. Can you post the lyrics for this song?
Yeah, I'd be happy to do that, Paul. Would you like to share anything with our sister Lydia?
Oh, yeah, that was a beautiful song. Very evocative, and I really enjoyed it. Thank you. So, yeah, very powerful song. So the song I'm going to sing is called That COVID-19. It's to the tune of Sweet Little 16 by Chuck Berry. You may know it better as Surfin' USA, which is the Beach Boys ripoff of the Chuck Berry song. So anyway, I'm going to sing it a cappella, but try and imagine guitar, drums, and piano going on there. So you've got some other song posted up there.
I'm going to go ahead and fix that. I apologize. Oh, here it is. Nope.
All right.
Let me get it. Here you go. Paul McKenna.
Okay.
Chose the wrong one.
All right. Okay, here we go. Coronavirus is spreading all through the land. It started with small numbers, but now it's out of hand. The politicians brushed off the public health advice. They hurried to reopen, and now we're paying the price. Nobody has a plan. The ICUs are jammed. We're running out of equipment, and we're undermanned. Trump's incredible failures are nothing short of obscene, and now America is drowning in COVID-19. It started in Seattle, in Brooklyn and Queens. Then it showed up in Chicago and down in New Orleans. Now all over the country, it's a crazy scene as we struggle to cope with COVID-19. That COVID-19 could really kill you dead. So if you're in denial, get through your head. It's not a laughing matter. It's not a joke or a game. No matter what your party, no matter what your name. And it's spreading at beaches and restaurants and bars, the barbecues and parties, in living rooms and yards, in synagogues and churches, and family gatherings. All the people are catching COVID-19. And if you think that wearing a mask is way too much to ask, you might change your mind when the virus kicks your ass, or when your friends and family test positive. It comes down to one question: do you want to live? It's spiking in Miami and down in Tampa Bay, in Arizona and Texas, and out in LA. It's spreading like a wildfire, doused with gasoline, as America's drowning in COVID-19. And as we're overwhelmed by COVID-19. Ending on a cheery note here.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Paul McKenna. We got Steve Deasy here chiming in. Paul McKenna, you are a parody master. Thank you. Oh, Paul, I do enjoy hearing your parodies. For folks who don't know, actually, Paul McKenna and I co-wrote a parody not too long ago, also about the pandemic and the plight of nurses. Just want to thank you again, Paul. Joel Landy, I forgot to warn you about this, but since you were the first one tonight, you have the opportunity to give a comment to our last performer, who was Paul McKenna. You there, Joel? Yeah.
Am I unmuted now or muted?
We hear you good. We hear you good.
Okay. I'm waiting for the inside outside USA part. Oh no, oh no, I can't breathe. You got something for that? Very clever. I love your writing.
I like that idea too. Many ideas being workshopped here in this online space, and many more to come. So tell your friends about these ongoing events. This is the People's Music Network for Songs of Freedom and Struggle. We hold various kinds of events every week. August 6th, we're going to be doing a memorial for Hiroshima Day. There's lots more information up on the website, peoplesmusic.org. We've got another open song swap coming up on August 13th. Got a transatlantic song swap coming up later that month. And, one of the things that we're also starting to do, I just want to give people the heads up who are kind of tuning in right now, is that we're actually developing a little bit more technical skill among more people in PMN, which is kind of exciting because, there's a little bit of finesse, even though, I feel like I have some skills, I still make mistakes, because it's okay to learn how to do this stuff and then still make mistakes. I just want to make that really clear. But I'm actually been trying to work with people about, hey, what is our purpose here? Our purpose is creating a space where this music can be shared, where new ideas can have a place to live. And my goodness, if we're staying at home and trying not to be in physical contact with one another as we normally would, how are we getting our music out? So this is kind of like there's a clear need to have that music have an outlet, and we want to build this space for that to happen even more effectively and even on a larger scale. So one way to do that, of course, is to tell people about it and to let them know about becoming a member of the People's Music Network. And another way is to become a more active member of the People's Music Network. We've got members who are stepping up in all kinds of ways right now to organize programs. And I just want to give love and appreciation to all the people, including Storm mentioned earlier that there's actually a whole group of people who's organizing the August 6th thing. That is a pre-programmed event. So unlike some of the open song swaps, it's not just like one of these things where you could just register to perform in it. But there's an ongoing process here of reflecting on the kinds of programs that we're making, and we're doing this on a weekly basis. So it's always in motion. With that, I'm going to stop the live stream, and for folks who are on Zoom who would like to hang out a little more and chat, there's actually a little opportunity to do that. Good night, and we hope to see you on August 6th. Goodbye.